Hello friends, welcome to JavaFx GUI tutorial. In the last video, we designed our stage with the control. Now we will assign name for the control so that the control can be accessed inside the controller. So inside the controller, we can add our business logic. Say for example, here we will enter name, age, phone number, and on click of this add row, we need to read content from these three text fields, then access the table view control and add a new entry, right? That means the controller will have a handler function for add row, and the controller should know the control handle for name, age, phone number, as well as a table view. The controller will read the content of these three text fields, creates an entry, then add that entry to the table view. So here we are not going to write any business logic code, but we will make controller entries for the control that will get involved in the business logic. So in the last video, we designed this stage, right? We also saw how we formed the hierarchy by dragging and dropping control from the top portion. So anchor pan is the root that contains the table view. Table view contains 3 columns. Then we have a horizontal box, and you can see that here the entire stuff is the horizontal box, and inside the horizontal box you can see label name, age, phone number, name, age, phone number. Then there are 3 text fields, 1, 2, 3, and 1 command button. So in this video we will add Fxml entry. So this time we will be using the controller portion of the scene builder, and while creating the project itself we saw that tube coding that examples that table view Fxml controller, and here we will be adding the control names. So say for example there is a text field component, and we name that component as a txt phone number. So this entry will get pushed into the table view Fxml controller, so that the control name txt phone number can be referred inside this controller to form a business logic. Suppose if you want to validate a phone number should be a 5-digit number, then the controller should know, or the controller should have the handle for this txt phone number, right? So that's what we are going to do. Now we will go to the demo. Now we will open the scene builder once again. You can right click and click open, or simply double click on this Fxml document. So here you can see the controller portion. We will collapse this control portion and we will drag it up. We placed all the required controls, so maybe that portion is not required at all, so I'm moving this document portion so that more area will be visible here. So first we will name our table. let's keep this open. So I just selected the table, then here going to the code section. Here is the identity, right? We will name our table as TBL contact. Hit enter. So do not worry about this error. You can click the save. In the meantime, you can see there is an entry in the controller portion. TBL contact, table view. Now we will select the column one by one. This is the name column, right? We can name it as a TBL call name, hitting enter, age, TBL call age, hitting enter. You can see the entry get added here. So now I need to select a phone number. I can select here, or I can use this hierarchy and I can select the phone number here, and the FX ID is TBL call phone number. Next we will go ahead with the text field. Here I am naming it as a txt name, txt age, txt phone number, and if required we can assign a FX ID for this button also. And we don't want to access this button at runtime. At runtime, in the sense, of course we will be handling the event, but we are not going to change the label, caption, or we don't want to enable or disable the button. Since we don't want to access the button and change any state or behavior, we are not creating the FX ID for this. Alright, now we assigned the control name. Let's collapse this and expand controller, and you can see table column 1, 2, 3. We have table column phone number, table call age, table call name. There is a table view component also, and we named it as a TBL contact. Then there are 3 text field, we named that as well. Now what we can do, we can click save button, changes saved to Fxml, but it is not talking about the controller. So what we can do, we can click view, show sample controller skeleton. Here you can see inside the controller class we will be having XML entries, I mean the Fxml entries. What we can do, we can copy this, keep it in the clipboard, close this, file, quit, double click and open this controller entry. So we will remove this because it was added as part of the default form. Now I deleted, remove all unused imports. Now we already have something in the clipboard, right? We will paste that here. So you can see the Fxml entries are added. We will save this and import the packages JavaFx Fxml. So this is resolved. Then table column, this is from JavaFx scene control table column. Next we have text field, JavaFx scene control text field. There is a table view control, that's from JavaFx scene control table view. And if you see, there are question mark here. That means the table column, table view are generic type, and it is expecting the type to be resolved here. So when we create a person contact class, that time we will fill this section. For now, we just created the Fxml entry and added that here. And now if I go to the Fxml, you can see each control label we doesn't add any Fxml ID, but for text field we added a ID, right? Txt name, txt age, you can see all these entry here. And this is the entry we are referring inside the TableView Fxml controller. Alright, that's all here. Now we made the XML entries also. Thank you for watching. Bye.